It's time for spelling analysis. You ready? All right, the first word is somewhere. Would you like to go somewhere? Go ahead and say somewhere. How many syllables in somewhere? Two. We will say to spell somewhere. What will we say to spell? Somewhere. All right, let's sound it out. The first syllable is som. S, a, silent final E. The second syllable is where. W, e, silent final E. Go ahead and write somewhere. Excellent. You're right. It's two words, some and where. All right, let's sound it out. The first syllable is som. S, a, silent final E. The second syllable is where. W, e, silent final E. How will we mark it? All right, we'll double underline the silent final E in some. Now notice, why did the O say it sound O may say next to a W, TH, M, N, or V. So there it is next to an M. And you'll notice that this has the word some here, so it has a silent final E with that word. And it's an unseen reason in the word some. And then we'll underline the W, and we'll double underline the silent final E. Why do we have a silent final E in the word where? Again, it's an unseen reason. And when we combine these words, we get the compound word somewhere. Excellent. Let's read it. Somewhere. Excellent. The next word is ice. Be careful, there's ice on the sidewalk. Ice. Go ahead and say ice. Let's sound it out. Ice. I, use an I, E, S, use a K, S. Silent final E. Go ahead and write ice. Excellent. Now help me to write it. I, S, silent final E. How do we mark it? We'll put a line over the I because it said its long sound, and we'll double underline the silent E. Now, why is there a silent E in ice? You are right. It's there for two reasons. The vowel said its long sound because of the E, and the C softens to S because of the E. Let's read it. Ice, ice. That word is perfectly logical. The next word is cream. Would you like some cream in your coffee? Cream. Go ahead and say cream. And let's sound it out. K, use a K, S, E, use an E at A, Go ahead and write cream. Sound it out as you write it. Good. Help me to write it. K, E, And how will we mark it? We'll underline the E. Let's read it. K, E, cream. The next word is flavor. What is your favorite flavor of ice cream? Flavor. Go ahead and say flavor. How many syllables in flavor? Two. We will say to spell flavor. What will we say to spell? Flavor. Let's sound it out. The first syllable is flay. F-O-A. The second syllable is vor. V-or. Go ahead and write flavor. Good. Excellent. All right, help me to write it. The first syllable is flay. F-O-A. The second syllable is vor. V-or. And how will we mark it? Put a line over the A. Why? A-E-O-U usually say their long sounds at the end of the syllable. We'll underline the or. And why did it sound like That's right. A-R and O-R may say their schwa sound in an unstressed syllable. So let's read it. F-L-A-V-R. Flavor. Good. The next word is color. What is your favorite color? Color. Go ahead and say color. How many syllables? Two. We will say to spell call or. What will we say to spell? Call or. All right, let's sound it out. The first syllable is call. K. Use a K, S, A. That's an A-O-U, O. And the second syllable is or. Go ahead and write call or. Sound it out as you write it. Call or. Good. Help me to write it. O. The second syllable is or. Or. And how will we mark it? We'll underline the or. And there's that lazy or sounding like an Let's read it. Color. Good. The next word is live. Where does that family live? Go ahead and say live. Let's sound it out. V, silent final E. Go ahead and write live. Good. And help me to write it. V, silent final E. How do we mark it? We'll double underline the silent E. And why do we have a silent final E in live? You're right. English words do not end in V or U, therefore add an E. Let's sound it out. Live. The next word is problem. I will give you a math problem. Problem. Go ahead and say problem. How many syllables? 2. We will say to spell problem. What will we say to spell? Problem. Let's sound it out. The first syllable is prob. B. The second syllable is lem. M. Go ahead and write problem. You've got it. Good. Help me to write it. The first syllable is prob. B. The second syllable is lem. M. Let's read it. Problem. Good. The last word is awesome. You are doing so awesome. Go ahead and say awesome. Good. How many syllables in awesome? 2. Now, I have a question. Do you think this is a compound word? Yeah, you're right. It's the words aw and some. Do you see the word some someplace else on our list? Up here. You're right. All right, well, let's sound it out. So the first we'll say to spell awesome. What will we say to spell? Awesome. All right, let's sound it out. The first syllable is aw. Aw. This is the aw that you may use at the end of English words. Silent final E. The second syllable is some. Silent final E. Go ahead and write awesome. You've got this. Good. Help me to write it. The first syllable is aw. Aw. Silent final E. The second syllable is some. Silent final E. All right, how will we mark it? We'll underline the aw, and we'll double underline the silent final E. And over here, we'll underline the silent final E. All right, let's talk about this word. First of all, we have the word awe. What awe means all by itself is I am in awe. Wow, that's amazing. When I feel like that, I feel awe. So notice awe is a word all by itself. And why does the word awe have a silent final E? You are right to make the word bigger. English words don't like to be only 2 letters. And then we added the word some. And why do we have a silent final E in some? That's right, the same reason as up here. It's an unseen reason. And we have that O saying it's a sound next to an M. Let's read it. Awesome. That was awesome work today.
Combining the science of reading with the joy of learning. Learn more at foundations.logicoфenglish.com.